Facebook as well. I should get Twitter. I don't know why I don't have Twitter, but whatever.
Gotta get tweeting.
And I should probably maybe have, I don't know. Oh, wait, is that an upcoming one? No.
No, stop it.
It shouldn't be an upcoming video. I don't know if the stream's on. Okay, yeah, no, it is. I should get Twitter. I don't know why. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
It's working?
Yes.
Okay, good. Perfect. So, we'll get into this in just a second. Xbox Series X gameplay reveal live stream. Oh, I didn't add that to the stream. It doesn't matter. I can probably figure live stream. And what are we today? May 7th.
May 7th.
2020.
2020.
The year of hindsight.
8:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Thank you, sir. I need the seconds as well. That'd be greatly appreciated.
Probably somewhere around 40.
What?
Probably somewhere around like 45 seconds now.
All right. That sounds good to me. Perfect. Beautiful.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, the Xbox finally had its reveal, and there's quite a few things here. I wanted games, and they brought a lot of games, and they also brought a lot of what's it called? Exclusives, which I was surprised with after like actually looking at how many of these actually were exclusives, or at the moment anyway. I was kind of happy with that. I think they showed off 13 games, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them were actually exclusives. So,
yeah.
What are your overall like? Just short thoughts. Give me the main points here. What were your main thoughts of this? Were you happy with it? Were you ecstatic? Are you gonna get Xbox Series X day one, or are you like, screw this? Or are you kind of like in the middle? Where do you land, sir?
I feel like right now I came into it thinking it wasn't gonna be like E3. I knew it wasn't gonna be like a big old E3 thing.
Right.
But I was expecting more gameplay. They showed gameplay, just great.
Yeah.
I still felt like could have shown a little bit more, but I was still okay with what they shown. I get it. It's still in development. They're still getting games done. That's fine.
Yeah.
Overall, the event, I was just okay with it. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. I'm like right in the middle.
Yeah.
I suppose. As for getting it day one, even before it came out, I was thinking I probably wasn't going to. I want to get it at some point.
Yes.
I knew. But at day one, I'm still leaning toward possibly waiting. But I think I still want to see what else they show, and I still want to see what else they do, because we're still quite a while until it actually comes out.
Yeah, they didn't reveal at all anything about a date, eh? This was just showing a glimpse of what the games were, but they didn't have.
Yeah, there was no dates or anything. Okay. Pretty much all they really showed was, well, all we know for sure is it's coming out this holiday. My guess would be sometime maybe between like September and November.
Same.
Would be my time frame, right before Christmas and Black Friday and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't mention anything else in regards to that. Everything they really just showed was just strictly just new games, gameplays, trailers, movies, and everything like that. That's all they really showed. Was just strictly gameplay stuff. Which it was good. Like they showed gameplay.
I wanted games. That's the main thing that I wanted. I never really care about like other little details. Like I enjoy still other little details, but for the most part, I want to see what the games are gonna be. And like had this been at E3, this would have been to me a disaster. Like this was not an E3 caliber reveal. So I watched it twice. One time I watched it just on like a regular a 1080p TV screen, and then I watched it on my 4K screen, and that completely changed my thoughts on a lot of these things. Because for the most part, though, I don't feel that I saw anything here that really wowed me and made me feel that this was next gen. I didn't go like, "Whoa, that's not Xbox One. That is the future right there." There was like maybe two games that I thought were kind of the closest that you could get to looking as nice, but I feel that we could probably get something like that out of the Xbox One X and PlayStation 4 Pro. And to me, that was Bright Memory Infinite, and Second Extinction. I think that those two games looked probably the best out of the bunch. So that was Bright was the first one that they opened up with, where it's a first-person shooter, and he has like a slingshot from his arm, and there's like a big windstorm.
Yeah.
Apparently that's already out on Steam or PC, I believe. Like I think it came out last year.
Man.
Yeah, I think because that's I could be wrong on that, but I think it came out last year. And then Second Extinction was the dinosaur, which I thought it was going to be Turok. Did you get that vibe? Were you thinking that it was going to be Turok?
I don't know what I was thinking. When I saw it, actually, I was not impressed with that game like that. When I felt like it was nothing new.
No.
I felt like it was very basic. It was just you run around with friends and you kill dinosaurs. It's essentially what I got from the vibe from that game. But it also gave me like what was that, kind of like somewhat of a Left 4 Dead vibe, but
Yes.
not really.
Yeah. I loved Left 4 Dead. So that's the thing is, a lot of these games, the gameplay looked fun, but the actual, like, I was wanting to be wowed here, and Bright Memory Infinite kind of wowed me a little bit. But the other thing too is that it was a cool effect having the wind kind of blowing, but I found that was also a little bit disorienting, and I guess that's I mean that would actually be like that during a windstorm, but it also gave them a kind of way to hide what the actual game might look like without wind, and that's what I wanted to see. So I would have preferred to see it without wind. And then the other thing is some of the games like Dirt 5, when I was first looking at it, the background of like the bridge, for example, I would notice that it just looked kind of blocky, and there wasn't as much detail in the actual bridge, like the background stuff. The cars themselves looked good, and sometimes when they were driving on like in the dirt roads and stuff, that looked nice. But the backgrounds for some of the things, I was like, this is going to be one of the first things that we ever see for the next gen, and you're showing blocky stuff that has no detail. It just seemed very odd to me. It was strange. It was strange. And Madden for like 2 seconds, they're like, here's a guy just jumping, and that's it.
But yeah, nothing for Madden right now. I just ignore Madden.
Oh well, yeah.
I do like my football, but Madden, I'm just like it's Madden. Like, you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, but like they could have showed gameplay of the game.
I know, I feel you. But yeah, they probably had like very limited stuff they wanted to show right now. They're not gonna show anything else for like another 2 months.
Yeah.
So like they wanted to show gameplay. So like, okay, let's give them like 5 seconds. Then we're showing gameplay as advertised. But I would say, what was the first one called? It was a Bright Memory Infinite. I'm still trying to remember the name of the game. I don't know why. I felt like that game had like an identity crisis when I was watching it. Only because it looks cool. I honestly, visually, everything I saw, I thought it looked pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like picking up the enemies, using swords, guns, driving cars. Like it's all cool, but at the same time, I'm like, what type of game am I playing?
Yes,
because it's a first-person game.
Mm-hmm.
I get that, but everything I just described, I saw swords, I saw guns, I saw like apparently you got superpowers, you're driving cars, there was just a lot happening.
Yes.
And at first I thought it was just like a tech demo, and then I realized this is an actual game coming out for the Series X. And I'm cool with it. It looks cool.
Yeah.
I just thought, I'm like, what is the game? What's happening? What's going on?
I feel
what am I to expect?
Yes, I kind of felt like that for a lot of these trailers that they showed, where it was just like, let's just show them tons of action with no context at all, and then I'm like, well, what the hell? What game is that I'm playing? Like, it's just boom, here's action, no context, no soul to anything, no build up or atmosphere. They kind of did that with Medium, I find, but I'm probably not going to get medium just because I'm not into that genre. But at least that one, it looked nice. It did look pretty nice, and they definitely gave you tone and atmosphere, and they kind of built things up. But then I don't think we saw any gameplay for that game either, like actual gameplay. I think that was all
They
cutscene.
showed very, very brief gameplay. Like in the initial trailer when you watch it live,
Yeah,
the opening trailer is just cinematic. But after the trailer ended, they showed maybe 30 seconds of gameplay, but it was sort of gameplay, sort
okay,
of not.
yeah,
It was kind of just the character walking around and they were showing the environment and everything like that. But it was
actual
gameplay,
gameplay. Okay,
just not necessarily the actual gameplay.
got you. I see what you mean.
The game did look cool. I thought that one seemed interesting, and best part is I believe they said it's actually going to be on Game Pass. So
Yes,
you don't
yeah,
even buy it. You just get it day one.
yeah, yeah, which is kind of
But
nice.
that was cool. I thought that was very cool. And it was from the same people that did like the Blair Witch game that came out last year.
Oh, I didn't catch that actually.
Yeah, it's the same
Okay.
makers. So you get the same similar vibe from that. But the story behind it and the premise seems interesting because it's like a woman, she can like see both different worlds. She's like in the medium. She can see this
Yeah.
her normal world and there's just like this dark world, I think, or something like that. And she's like kind of in the middle, and they advertise that like there's no loading times between jumping to different worlds or something like that, which cool. I'm just wondering how different each world's gonna be when you jump through it and stuff. I'm like, how's that gonna work?
Yeah.
There's still a lot to go through it. They're like, there's a lot of questions for all the games they showed.
Well, maybe other than maybe Dirt and Madden.
Yeah.
Unless Madden throws.
Dirt 5, I gotta rewatch that one probably again. I would say one thing I did see with Dirt 5, a positive, was when they're driving, like when you're driving in like the actual dirt and they're hitting the ground and stuff like that, you see like particle effects coming off the ground and everything like that, which seems actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other than that, it gave me a strong Forza Horizon vibe.
Yeah.
And visually, I felt like the game could easily just be on the Xbox One X right now.
Yeah. I felt most of these games, like a lot of them weren't like the Ascent, Call of the Sea. Like a lot of these games aren't necessarily next gen stuff that at all. Like Nintendo would publish these, or you could still publish these or have these out there, but they're not going to be look how powerful the Xbox One X is. Like that's very.
You're gonna get that within like after the first year. I think you'll start seeing that.
Yeah,
it'll start slowly seeing that. Like for now, like they said, like in the stickers, they mentioned that the games are optimized for the Series X.
Yes.
So technically, they're still Xbox One X games, but they optimized it to work with the Series X.
Yeah.
So you'll get some of those Series X features, although not necessarily they work with it well. But they're just going to be able to play on it.
That's such a hard.
So that's why I'm thinking within the first year. I'm not sure I want to pick it up right away because of that.
Like, what's the
point?
Only
because I feel like I can just play them on my One X.
Yep.
Visually, I'm not sure if I'm going to see a huge difference. And if I just have to wait a few more seconds with my load time, I can wait.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm like, I feel like I'm still going to get the exact same experience.
Pretty much.
Either way. So I feel like the first year, I feel like I can possibly wait. But maybe not a year. Maybe like 6 months. I can wait. Maybe see some type of price guide or some sale.
Yeah.
That's how I'm just at the moment. I could easily change my mind by then, which I probably will. But for the time being, I feel like the games haven't grabbed me yet from what they've shown.
I looked at this and there was nothing that was like system seller right there. That is not. And I'm actually surprised they didn't even show Halo. Although
no, they mentioned in the very beginning they weren't going to show any first-person games. They're not going to show it until I think it's next month.
June or July. Yeah, I think that they do have another thing.
July, they said they're going to start showing first-person games.
Okay.
Or first-party games, sorry.
Okay.
So you'll start seeing Halo and all their other Xbox games by then. Microsoft games, first-party.
Okay, I'm a little bit more excited for that.
Yeah, they mentioned that within like the first, like literally the first 3 to 5 minutes. They mentioned like, oh, by the way, what you're gonna see, it's all third party. You won't see first party until our next video that we have going on. So we got at least another month or two until then.
I feel that that's a really weird move to be like, here's games that are coming out, and this is your first look at the Xbox X Series X, because that's the first impression that we're all gonna stay in our minds, right? And then they're going to show this first party stuff, which potentially could be like the big blowout stuff that makes you want to buy the game. I feel that they should have done it the other way around. Show the stuff that's going to sell the system to make you really go, wow, look at that. I need to have that system to play that game. And then you look at all these other games that they're also coming out with. I don't know. I think you always want to go out, start off with a bang, right?
Correct. Which the first game I felt like they showed actually looked like it could be for the Series X, and it actually looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
I just had questions with that one, but it does look like that one is for the Series X.
Yeah, I feel that I would. Okay, so we can go through the entire list here. So
I was actually just looking at that.
Okay, so they started off with Bright Memory Infinite. We both agreed that that one looked pretty good. I feel that it's not a system seller for me, but if I did get it on day one, like the system, I would be considering that one at least right now. You?
Right now, I would put that on my consider list.
Okay. Dirt 5. Yeah.
It's not for me. When it comes to racing, I think I enjoy more of the Forza series more. I haven't played any of the Dirt games, but from what I saw from Dirt games in the past, I've seen, I haven't read any type of game that I enjoy. I've recently been playing Forza and I've been loving it, but that was probably my first racing game I probably played in years. And I look at Dirt 5 and I feel like I literally just played this game like a couple days ago.
Yep.
It's just nothing that when I look at it, like what's different.
Yeah.
Like what's grabbing my attention to pull me in. To me there was nothing.
I agree.
Nothing new.
I feel that
other than they mentioning the game is apparently going to run at 4K 60 or at a lower resolution at 120 frames. So that could be 2K, it could be 1080p.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? But high frame rate's cool. They're finally getting games with higher frame rates that are over 60, which is nice. But you just gotta make sure also your televisions can even handle the higher frame rate.
Yes.
If you're not even gonna have a TV that can handle it, you might as well just stick with the 4K 60.
Yeah, exactly. So Dirt 5, we're both kind of on the same page. I feel like you have to still have a racer in there. You always have to have a racer at launch because that still kind of pushes things a little bit. But this time I felt like this could have easily played on the Xbox One or PS4. And not even the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X. I feel like this could have played on Xbox One original and PS4 without Pro. I wasn't that amazed by it. Yeah, next up is Scorn. Okay. Oh, and Bright Memory Infinite is an Xbox One Xbox exclusive. It's going to be on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and it's also on PC. And I think it was on PC last year. Dirt is not. That's multiplat. Scorn is going to be an Xbox exclusive as well. This, to me, they didn't mention it, but that is totally that's Prometheus. That is totally the alien world. That's the engineers. That is the space jockeys.
I didn't really know what I was seeing with that game at first. I'm like, what's going on? I remember hearing about Scorn, but when I saw the trailer, I wasn't thinking about it.
Okay.
At first, I thought I was looking at some type of I don't know, they had these giant heads, which remind me of the Attack on Titan anime or mangas.
Yeah. But
which I'm like, okay, maybe it's just an Attack on Titan game I'm watching at first or something. What's going on? And then I saw Scorn, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw these little creatures flying around, and I'm like, okay, this is definitely not Attack on Titan. What's going on? It looks interesting. And I just realized it's actually going to be on Game Pass when it releases too.
Oh, another game.
That's another
Game
one.
Pass is literally getting
two horrors.
But that is if you have you seen Prometheus?
No.
Okay, so those faces that they have, the giant faces, that's in Prometheus. That is
Really?
The armor that they're wearing, that's also what they wear in Prometheus. And the alien stuff that they're doing and everything that they're doing is totally from Prometheus. That's why I don't get that they should have been from the Alien franchise or Prometheus or something like that, cuz everything, like even like the big heads that you would see and the statues and all that kind of stuff, that's taken from Prometheus. I don't understand how they didn't mention that. Like, that is total copyright infringement if they're not saying that this is linked to Alien at all.
Honestly, I was a little worried because I thought there was a lot of copyright infringement when I was looking at that trailer at first, just for my suggestion of Attack on Titan. When I saw the big cat, and I was like, this looks like those giants. Sorry if I don't know the name of them exactly, but
yeah, no,
it reminds me of it.
The abnormal. Well, no, because there's some that are abnormal and some that are not. But yeah, it's the giants. Attack the Titans.
Titan. Anyway.
Yeah, moving on. So yeah,
I thought there was a lot of like similar stuff from other content.
Well, it's 100% Prometheus, like 100% Prometheus and Aliens. Now, is this on your consider list?
I need to see gameplay.
Yeah,
that's the one thing I was shocked when I looked at that. I'm like, it's supposed to be all gameplay. This is like one of the few games they showed where there was legit like no gameplay for it at all. It was just a CGI movie. That's all it was.
Yep.
Score incoming. Literally, that's all it was. So I'm like, cool. It's probably gameplay. All right, next game. What's next?
I just wish that they wouldn't have said that this is a gameplay. Like, they should not have had gameplay in the title, I feel, for this reveal. They should have just had Xbox Series X reveal, future
World
games,
exclusive.
upcoming games.
Yes,
yes, that would have been perfect, and then we wouldn't have judged anything. But like, everybody wants gameplay anyway in these things. I think you can only really get away with trailers of games when it's a series that we know. Like, oh, they're hinting at a new series here, and Gears of War 6 or Halo 6, that kind of thing. Yeah. And that we hadn't had any knowledge of it prior. So yeah, you're gonna have to see more of it. I even if I see a bunch of gameplay, it's a horror game, so I'm probably gonna skip it. What about Chorus, the game? This is a multi-plat, so it's not just gonna be Xbox. What did you think about this one?
That one actually thought looked pretty cool. I actually like that one a bit. It kind of gave me like one of those like rail shooter vibes, which I grew up playing stuff like that. I love that. Star Fox 64, I played that game constantly when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I saw that and it kind of gave me that vibe, but not exactly.
Yeah.
And it seemed like there was like a story with it. They had everything in it. That game trailer I saw was like, that was one of the few that I saw that felt like they came prepared. They had everything together. This game looks like it'd be pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's not coming out this year. It comes out next year.
Yeah.
But this one I see, it's like I like this one.
I think that the gameplay for this could be kind of fun. I thought that the storyline was kind of going a little bit too crazy because I didn't have any context for it. I feel though that they like you said, they kind of they had a little bit more of let's show a little bit of a storyline and try to build the theme. But I felt that they were going a little bit over top with it. But in terms of the gameplay, I think I would have fun with it. It didn't look like crazy far out there, but because they would only show like a second of gameplay, go to the story, second of gameplay, go to the story. Like, they kept going back and forth, and I'm like, just keep it on there for like 5 straight seconds so I can see what it looks like in one mission instead of jumping from mission to mission to mission to mission. I want to see just 5 seconds of gameplay. I feel like that was a lot of this entire event. I wanted to just see a long 10 seconds would have been perfect for every one of these games in one mission.
Yeah, when I was seeing that, when I saw some of the gameplay, like I remember like the ship flying through space. I saw the ship doing like spins and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, it's like Star Fox.
Yeah,
that was my vibe when I saw it, but it's definitely nothing like that. It's similar, but nothing like that. But yeah, the whole story premise, everything, obviously. Yeah, I was a little lost on that, but you're not gonna get too much.
And they only had a certain amount of time.
Substance. Like, there's plenty of substance overall. They showed enough gameplay. They showed enough story where it's like, okay, let me know what happens next year. Let me show more. That one I seem excited for.
I'm on the fence about it. I don't think it would be a day one purchase for me, but if it gets really good reviews, I could see myself picking it. Like, had this been a launch game, though, I would be that much more tempted, because at launch I want to pick up as many games as I possibly can, and then as the system gets older, then I start becoming a little bit more picky. I feel like you get the launch hype, right, and you're like, I want everything that could possibly be good, and you kind of get
there's still games on like the Xbox One I remember they came out at launch. I still never even played. I thought about playing. I'm like, I still kind of want to pick this up,
Yes.
even though I know I'm not gonna like it anymore, but I still want to. What
I
was that
know.
like that?
Rise, Son of Rome.
Rise. That was the one I was thinking of. Yeah, the Rome game. I remember seeing that one. I'm like, this actually looks kind of cool, but I'm like, I don't think I want a day one. I went more. I ended up waiting, I think, and I ended up getting like the Titanfall bundle.
Yeah.
For that by launch, but I never got Rise. Rise, I thought it was just like one of those like, looks cool, I might like it, but no.
I picked it up for like dirt cheap, and I still haven't played it because I was like, it was past the launch window, and it was kind of like, I was playing other stuff. So one of these days, maybe in 10 years from now, I'll play it, and I'll be like, why?
They'll release a sequel.
Yeah, when they release the sequel, then I'll. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what they'll do.
Optimized remaster runs at 8K 60 frames.
You got to be careful with consuming everything at launch because that's how you end up with Knack in your library. I have Knack in my library, and I beat Knack, and that's one of the few PlayStation 4 games I've actually beaten, which is just horribly sad.
That's another game I gotta get back to. Oh man,
Knack.
I mean, I'm just not saying I'm ever gonna play it. I just mean like I was thinking about launch game. That's another one I thought about. I'm like, oh yeah, Knack.
And they made a sequel. I don't have the sequel, but I've played and beat the first one. And that's just sad. But to be fair, it was co-op, so I did play a co-op. So that makes it a little bit better. I feel.
What do you think about Call of the Sea?
I'm. This was the only game that wasn't like super action oriented, so I was kind of like, I want to see where this is going. I'm getting a Sea of Thieves vibe from it, or like a Rare game kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was thinking when I first saw it.
Okay.
I was like, at first I saw it, I'm like, is this like a BioShock sequel? Like, what's going on? And then it went from like BioShock to like Sea of Thieves. I'm like, never mind. This is like totally Sea of Thieves. And then I just remember seeing her in the water, and she suddenly had like fins on her hand.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was just like traversing everywhere. And I'm like, this one actually seems like I was just very like relaxed and chilled watching this trailer. Like I could just relax and be like, okay, I'm enjoying the environment and everything. This one seemed this was one of the other ones I felt like I saw, and I'm like, I might be able to dig this one. This one I can consider. I want to see more, but
yeah, exactly. I want to see more, but I felt that this is totally not what you try to sell the Xbox Series X with, because it's so like, this is totally playable on Xbox One, maybe even Xbox 360. I feel in terms of the graphics, but I thought that it caught my interest and it caught my eye for potentially being good. But I'm gonna have to see more about it. Obviously, pretty much everything here I'm gonna have to see more about. Okay, Madden 21.
Game of the Year 2020.
God, is it even coming out this year?
Yeah, no.
Okay. What did they?
It's not even a question. It comes out every single year.
I know, but they delayed one of their games. WWE 2K series is being delayed.
Oh yeah, it's 2K Studios now.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's different.
The other one's EA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
They're releasing golf instead.
What?
Yeah, they're releasing like a PGA. What's the PGA 2K?
That's what took its place of all things. Well, I think that they're making like another.
Well, I don't think they actually replaced it, but they're making a PGA 2K. I heard.
All right. Whatever.
Why not?
Yeah.
Replace like Mario Golf, sure.
Yeah, true. Kevin would actually be onto that. Okay, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
I liked the vibe of the trailer. Like I felt like I was like having fun with it. Like the characters dancing around, blah blah blah. I'm like, I enjoyed that part. Other than that, I feel like I can play it on my Xbox One right now.
Yep, 100%.
Like I wasn't floored with it.
No,
it looked like a regular Xbox One X game.
And it didn't even look like
not impressive. It seems like a port.
Yeah, and it didn't seem like at all that they were pushing anything with this game at all. That they wouldn't even be pushing it on Xbox One or PS4. It would just be like a game that they made for that system, and that they weren't like, you would never say that looks like a really good game on Xbox One or PS4. And this is going on the Series X, so it's just, and once again, there's not a problem. Like every game doesn't need to be wowing me, but when you're showing your first big reveal of the Series X, you should be focusing on wowing everybody with either amazing gameplay or amazing graphics. And I feel that this didn't do any of those.
No, I felt like the graphics looked like anything you'd see nowadays.
Yep.
Gameplay felt like anything you would see nowadays.
Yep.
Felt like it was just there was nothing new to it.
Mhm.
It just seemed like the characters were having fun, they're enjoying themselves.
Yep.
But if I'm looking at strictly gameplay and visuals and stuff like that, it didn't look appealing to me at all.
So we're both on agreement that we're skipping that one as well.
That one could be something I could get if it was like a Games with Gold, or maybe $20.
I like Games with Gold because it's more so it's there, it's free, and you can just pick it up and try it out.
And you keep it forever.
Yes,
those are at least you keep forever as long as you have Xbox Live Gold.
Yeah,
you keep it forever.
Exactly.
But overall, no, unless somehow like reviews come out and they're like, this is the greatest game of all time.
Yeah,
like must buy, like go for it. Otherwise, the way I see it right now, I'm like, it's not my.
Honestly, even
I see myself liking it, just not as like a Series X game.
Yeah,
I don't know.
God no. I feel even if it has reviews for 10 out of 10 and everybody's saying that, I'll still be like, I'll wait until it's cheaper because
I will get cheap pretty quick. Regardless, like it seems like give it a month or two, you'll see it at like $30, $25.
That's so sad if it hits that already. That's crazy.
What do you think of the Ascent?
So I like those kinds of games. I feel that this is once again not something that you try to sell the Series X on, but I think that would be because it looks like it's a co-op game that you and me and Kevin could get together and play, right?
Correct.
And it's a little beat 'em up kind of shooter kind of game. I don't know. I think it'd be fun.
I feel like it could be fun. I think what just bothered me is that I'm just so afraid there's going to be so many Cyberpunk style games coming out now. Following Cyberpunk 2077, which I'm thrilled about that game. Like that game I'm like going crazy about. I can't wait to play that game when it comes out.
Yeah.
But I feel like as soon as that game got announced, I'm afraid there's going to be so many games now that are going to come out and have like a similar Cyberpunk theme. And I just don't want that.
Yeah.
That scares me. So when I first saw that, that's how I felt. But gameplay-wise, it was different. It was just, like you said, it was just like you control your people, you just beat up a bunch of enemies. Could be a fun little couch co-op or online co-op game, just play with some buddies.
Yeah. I feel that with I completely lost my train of thought. What the hell was I gonna say?
This game's amazing. I wiped the floor with everyone.
What game did you say that it reminded you of? Did you say something like that?
Well, Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, that's what it is.
Cyberpunk
yes,
game.
Yeah. Okay, so I feel that that's the same thing as like in the late 2000s, everybody went crazy with zombie games, and then we got zombie games and post-apocalyptic games everywhere, and we're still getting that. For also in the 2000s, it's like FPSs became popular, and everybody was pumping out FPS games in the late 2000s and early 2000s, and it just I feel that I took a step back and I didn't want to play FPS games anymore because that's literally
the same thing.
Yeah.
This year I feel like it's the first year where I'm kind of open to going back to first person shooters.
Same. Yeah, me too.
I stayed away for a good, like I used to be the type that was like Call of Duty, like growing up through high school, stuff like that. I played Call of Duty with my friends all the time. Halo 3.
Yep.
Just play those type of first person shooter games all the time. Call of Duty's got every single new one every single year. And then I think I got to the point where it was Advanced Warfare. I think it was the Kevin Spacey one.
Yeah.
Came out, I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago now. They just changed it so much and made it feel so much like Titanfall and stuff like that, where I was just like, there is nothing new.
Yeah.
You guys took a huge step back to me. You're just taking gameplay elements from other games. I was done. And I get that they released new ones afterwards that played nothing like that. It just went back to traditional Call of Duty. But I just got so burned out from those type of first-person shooter games.
Yeah.
So this year, I know they did like the new Modern Warfare and stuff like that, whatever case may be.
It's really good. I've played it like on PC.
I had it. My brother bought it. I
Oh
had
yeah,
it.
that's right. We should be playing that because it's cross-platform.
Is it?
Yeah, that's how
Okay.
I play with most of my friends: PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Like I got on that eventually, but yeah, that was the first time I looked at it. And I was like, you know what, maybe I might give it a chance. And then the last, well, today was when I started playing. Like right before we got on, I was just talking about like I've been playing Wolfenstein 2
Yeah, I saw that you
on
were
Game
playing
Pass
that.
for PC.
Yeah.
And I'm playing it, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I kind of miss playing first-person shooter games. Like, it's been a while. I stepped away for a bit, and I'm back into it, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of like it again.
It's so weird that we both went through the same thing. That we both loved shooters. And we took years off, and now we're both okay, open to coming back to them.
Yeah,
like that's
and
weird.
It was more just like the first-person shooter genre itself. Like, I still play third-person shooters. Like, I was still playing a little bit of Gears of War, or I might play like a Tomb Raider game. I played 3 of them now.
Yeah. Tomb Raider is the platformer too at the same time, and it's a puzzle game. There's so much more.
Shooter / platformer / freaking awesome game, but
yeah,
like first person genre itself. I think the only ones I can't say I haven't played any, but I guess I technically just did. But I have like tried like Outer Worlds or something like that.
Yeah.
Last year, but I never finished it. Like at the time, I felt like I was still playing it, but I don't know. I just couldn't finish it. I'll probably go back to it eventually.
The good old backlog, man.
Yeah. One game at a time. You finish one, you'll add 5.
Oh God, so true. So back to the Ascent. That's another Xbox exclusive, though, and I feel that do we know if any of these are launch games?
I don't think they really mentioned it.
No, okay. So I was curious to see what actually.
None of them had confirmed dates, other than I know like Horus was 2021.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
That's confirmed. Not going to be at launch.
Yeah.
Everything else they didn't really mention. They just mentioned it's coming out for the Series X.
Yeah. Okay, so the Ascent, we know. Call of the Sea we talked about. That's also an Xbox exclusive.
Yep. We went a little bit into Second Extinction.
Out of all the games that they showed, I feel like this one I would probably have the most fun with because it also looked the nicest out of all of them, other than Bright Memory.
Okay.
In terms of the look of a next-gen game. And I love games like Left 4 Dead and getting with your buddies and just I liked the idea of all these like the shot where you see like 20 of them coming towards you and you just like blow them up with your guns. That would look fun, man. That just looked like a ridiculous, like nothing stellar, but just a good time online with your friends. That's the vibe.
That's essentially what I got from it too.
Yeah,
it's not something where it's gonna be like, here's your meaningful story. These are your characters that you're playing. Why is there all these dinosaurs?
Yeah.
The world that's
yeah.
extinct and everything like that. It's just there's a ton of dinosaurs. You got some few Earthlings that are left. They're your buddies that you're teaming up with. Just kill a bunch of them. That's basically the game. So I'm like, okay, it's just a little buddy killing spree type of game. Left 4 Dead.
Yes, and I love Left 4 Dead.
I love Left 4 Dead too. Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 were so much fun. Yeah, I had somewhat that type of vibe when I saw it. So I was like, okay, doesn't seem too bad. Like, it's I don't know. There's still something off with it too. I can't put my finger on it. I look at it where I'm just like,
I don't want an Evolve. If it's an Evolve kind of game.
No, I remember when I was watching it live. I think everyone in the chat box was pretty much mentioning Evolve. Really, it's gonna be Evolve 2.0. I'm like, hope to God not.
That'd be horrible. That'd be so.
But yeah, the other vibe I also got from it was Turok meets Left 4 Dead,
which I like that idea.
Cool.
Yes. Yeah.
If that's what it is, awesome. If it's Evolve 2.0, just Kill the game now.
Oh god, that was a horrible game. Kevin is in the chat, and he says apparently Scorn and Medium are both launch titles. That's what he had read anyway. So that's kind of
Yeah.
that's too bad though. That Scorn and Medium, because I get very similar genres. Like they're both very horror type games. I that's what while Scorn I guess we don't really know yet there, and Medium's more a psychological thriller, but still, it's kind of in that same genre.
Yeah. I'm still excited for it, at least for the genre itself. Like they're starting with different stuff.
Yeah.
Usually for a launch. So
Yeah.
usually you don't see horror stuff for launch games.
This is true. Yeah.
Nice.
That is different. I don't think we've ever really had. Oh, 360 might have had. One of their games might have been something like that. I can't remember what. Like Criminal Origins or
something that's very forgettable, apparently.
Yeah, no, it was. But they had the 360 had some kind of a weird game like that, so
okay,
that makes sense to me. So and Medium, that is the next one. It is an Xbox exclusive. Are you thinking? Okay, so are you interested? You said you want to see a little bit more of that game, right?
I think I still want to see a little bit more, but I am interested. They showed a little teeny bit of gameplay, and they showed a little bit of the CGI stuff. Details of the gameplay where they mentioned that you can jump between worlds. There's no loadings between jumping between worlds. I'm kind of curious how exactly that works. And then it's also from the same makers that did Blair Witch, which came out last year, and then Observer, which I'm not too familiar with that game.
Did you play Blair Witch?
No.
Okay.
I have heard good things and bad things, but I haven't played it.
Okay.
I know it came out on Game Pass right around the Halloween time, I think it did.
Okay.
But I never got to play it. It's still on Game Pass. So maybe I might look into that, knowing the medium, and be like, okay, if I've played Blair Witch, I get an idea of how medium could be like. But we'll see.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But right now, I say that one would be one of the games that they show that's on my radar.
Okay. For me, not, but only because I'm not a fan of that genre. It's usually not my. I don't. Medium more so than Scorn, I think, for me, but.
Kevin says horror and psychological thrillers are genres I think I could stand to benefit the most from the added power. From the added power of next gen. So he's saying like that type of genres could benefit from
because they go back and forth.
Series X compared beyond Xbox One X or the PS4.
Maybe. I mean I don't really play them, so I don't have a good idea of how it could. I feel I don't know, the one that blew me away was Second Extinction. Just really, that one looked actually next gen, and because you had like really immersive backgrounds also, like you could see the mountainscape and all that kind, like all the landscape in the background, and it looked very detailed, and I was like, that looks really well. When they were shooting the velociraptors, I assume they were velociraptors, they were shooting them and they were kind of like getting blown to pieces in front of them from the guns, and I was like, that looks really damn accurate. You know, that was kind of cool.
I feel like I gotta rewatch this trailer now, because I feel like when I watched it initially on the live stream, like the environment and everything like that, I was not impressed with. I thought like the complete opposite.
Really?
But maybe I gotta rewatch it. Maybe I missed something. I did see like the explosions and the bullets and all that.
Yeah.
That I was impressed with. That looked pretty cool. But like environmentally, like background wise, I remember just watching it for some reason. I just remember it didn't look that appealing.
See that's.
I think I'm gonna give the trailer a second look.
I think you should. Yeah, I think you should, because what's it called? Dirt is the one that I felt with that. Like I when I saw Dirt and I saw the background, and I was just like, yeah. Are you laughing at my brother's comment?
Yeah.
Is there any way of getting through the dungeon without using the wizard key? And then you put your glasses and you put them up a little bit more. You have to use the laser R2. Son of a bitch.
Oh.
I did rewatch actually the entire event. It was in 2K on YouTube, but on my 4K TV, and it actually made a massive difference to my enjoyment of this actual event. Like, huge difference. But yeah, so you definitely have to watch Second Extinction again, because to me that's the one that I want the most, and it's also an Xbox exclusive, along with Scarlet Nexus. What was your thoughts on Scarlet Nexus? That's the anime style.
I didn't hate it. Like, I do enjoy some games are with that style. Like, I love like the Tales of games.
Yes.
It's from the same creators, Bandai Namco.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I saw
down my road of games I do enjoy.
Yeah.
With that being said, when I looked at it, it didn't seem like something gameplay wise that I would want.
Oh, really?
At the moment, it seemed like it was just like the stuff they were showing looked cool, but I'm like, how basic is this gonna be, control wise and input wise? Like, is this gonna be like a basic hack and slash, or is it gonna be like repetitive with these things over and over again, where you get to the point where it's like everything you're seeing, it looks cool at first, but then it's like, okay, I've seen it like a few hundred times.
That's true. Yeah, I can kind of, that makes sense.
I love the style. Like, it looks like every year I like, once it goes to like a new console, I'm always impressed with somehow they make games like more and more like animes using that type.
It looked like such a nice anime.
It does. Like, I looked at it, I was like, I feel like I'm actually kind of almost watching an anime now.
Was not
there, but it's getting there.
Was that cell shading too that they used in this game? Because that's what I was getting. I feel a little bit.
There was a teeny bit.
They were doing something with it that was altering the look of what.
And it had somewhat of a astral. I want to say astral chain.
Yes. Yeah.
Somewhat.
I got that vibe too. I'm on the opposite fence. I think that the gameplay looks nice, and but once again, I'd have to see if it's just like press X throughout the entire thing and that's all it is.
That's pretty much what I'm worried about. Like, visually, gameplay wise, everything like that, it did look cool. Like, I did seem impressed with it, but I'm worried.
The monster.
I'm like, how much more is there to it? So I guess that's all I'm gonna get through this game.
But what the hell is going on with the monsters that are plants? Like, it's literally a flower monster. Like,
I thought it was the most ridiculous thing, but I'm like, you know what? Just roll with it.
Japan. I guess, but I was like,
once we get the Yakuza, I got a whole other thing I gotta talk about.
Okay. But
yeah, this one.
It's
different.
Ah, man, I felt
different. They gave me different. It's just not the different that I was expecting.
God, it's I was like, that's not intimidating at all. Like, flower monsters, what the hell? Like, its head was literally a flower pot with flowers coming out.
It's spring right now. You gotta watch out for allergies. All right, it's not. Allergies are a real thing.
I feel that if they would have at least acknowledged how silly this is, it would have helped. You know, having the characters being like, "What the hell, man? My allergies are gonna go crazy." That would have been hilarious. But
this is very serious. Okay.
Well, they were like, oh, this is like, everything in the trailer had no comedy in it other than the fact that these were flower monsters. Also, okay, I'm just gonna acknowledge what my brother said. Tyler, you've done this. You're better than this. You've said these jokes before in live streams. You got to come up with new material. But he says they subscribe to my OnlyFans account for more gaming content. However, it only appears to be gratuitous nude images of myself. Will this be the only content you're releasing? Essentially, that's what you get what you paid for. That's how the OnlyFans account works. That's what the fans want. So you got to please the fans. So
it's like your Patreon account, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And I don't know.
Pledge for them. Pledge for them for this.
Yeah. It's exactly. You give the fans what they want. So I'm sorry that you're not happy with what you're getting, but you can cancel.
Higher you pay, the more you get.
If you're not pleased with your subscription, you can always cancel. You can talk to our accounting department. They're kind of in quarantine right now, and they can't work from home, so it'll be a while before you can cancel. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Moving on. So, okay, Scarlet Nexus, though, are you interested in it? Or, like, would that be a day one purchase?
No.
Okay.
I know for sure it won't be day one. That would be something down more like the $20 to $30 range vibe if it turned out to be good. Bandai and Namco, I felt like there has been a history of their games where it's like once it releases, you give it a month or two, and then they just go cheap quick.
That is
Maybe
true.
even sooner than a month.
Yeah.
There's like certain companies that I've seen when they release games, like their games will get cheap quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like that's going to be one that goes cheap quick. Probably I'm thinking within 2 months, just because it's.
And that's an Xbox exclusive. I did not expect that. That totally seems like a game that would come out on PS4 and PS5. Well, at the moment, it's just PS4 and PS5, so I don't really know.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, overall, it was like visually cool. Gameplay does look cool. All the visual parts look cool. I enjoy it. Looks great. I just hope there's more to it, which I'm afraid there's not going to be. But we'll see.
Jason, I think it's time to talk about Yakuza.
Oh yeah, that game. When I first saw it, I was like, I knew it was Yakuza. Yeah. I don't know much about Yakuza, other than like you can see their character models and you know it's from that. I'm like, okay, I know it's Yakuza. Mm-hmm. But after that first minute, like I got lost. I didn't know what the hell was going on. He pulled out like a magic baseball bat. I thought it came from like The Walking Dead. He's like swinging it around, beating up a bunch of people. He could do like these power kicks. There was just so much. I was so confused with it. And I'm like, is this like No More Heroes Yakuza style? I'm like, what's going on? Which now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, maybe it is actually. Maybe like this is their answer to No More Heroes. I don't know. I was just so lost. But I enjoyed every minute of it.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to hate this game for some reason.
Oh, no. I don't hate it. I was just confused as hell. But I thought it was just silly and hilarious. And it's not something I think I'm going to get.
I think
maybe not even right away.
I think that the entire series though is going to be going either on or it's going to be on Game Pass. I think so. You can you can play like the entire, because I think this is Like a Dragon is I think it's the 7th, I believe. I don't know. I can't remember how many.
I know they have 2 Yakuzas I think on Game Pass at the moment.
Well, you could try them out. I'm actually going to be trying out the first one, Yakuza Kiwami, which is a remake of the first one. So I'm going to actually do that.
Okay.
Be trying that out. So.
Yeah, I know they just had, I think, Yakuza 0 or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I know there's Yakuzas on it.
They recently released a Yakuza. Oh, I think that there is a Yakuza 0. Yes, there's a Yakuza zombie game or something like that as well. There's like a spin-off. You're like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yakuza, you got me lost now with zombies, but I'm like, you know what? At this point, I'm not even surprised.
Yeah, I think it's something weird like that, but it's and they recently had a Yakuza collection which included 3, 4, and 5 remade for the PS4 and Xbox One. I'll acknowledge my brother's other comment. silverkyle, can you please elaborate on silverkyle Production Corp's plans of action to deal with COVID-19? Staff have reported poor working conditions, no paid sick leave, and blatant negligence. What do you expect? Like that's how I run my ship. Things have to keep moving forward. Things have to keep moving forward at silverkyle Production Corp. So like, what I can't give them sick leave. They're all going to go on sick leave, and nothing will get done around here. I'm not doing anything. Do you know how lazy I am? I get my little munchkins to do all the work. My minions. So, Yakuza, would that be something that you would potentially get?
Like the trailer itself, I thought was just hilarious and dumb. Which I'm guessing that's going to be the premise of the game.
I think the entire series is weird like that, yeah. I think actually, I
enjoy it.
I think that they were actually a little bit better at the beginning. Like in the series, they were a little bit more serious, and then they started just going crazier down the line.
I would say right now it's not on my day one watch, like really stay by.
Yeah.
But I would put it on my radar. It's very off on my radar, but it's on my radar.
Okay. I think that it would go down in price too, or I imagine
Yeah.
that it would go on Game Pass as well.
Yeah, they mentioned it's going to be on the Xbox One, the Series X, and Windows 10, I believe,
Okay.
too. So it's going to be on all three.
Um, and then they ended it with the new Assassin's Creed, for like a 20-second trailer that showed no gameplay.
It showed
Did it show
like
gameplay?
5 seconds of gameplay. If that, it was very didn't show much. Like it was a little bit cinematic. They showed gameplay, but it wasn't really gameplay at the same time. Like it was like in-game engine footage.
Yeah, which doesn't really
So it's
count.
them doing stuff. It's gonna be how the gameplay is gonna be shown, but it wasn't really like gameplay. Like we're not gonna see that at least until the summer.
Yeah.
But it's Assassin's Creed. If you played Origins and Odyssey, I'm sure it's gonna be similar to that. They already mentioned that it's not gonna be as big as Odyssey because they believed Odyssey is way too big. Like map was way too large. There's too much bloat, I believe people were saying about it. Like there's too much grinding in the game, so they wanted to condense that a little bit.
Did you play Odyssey?
I played a couple hours.
Okay.
I wanted to get back to it. I love Assassin's Creed. I loved Origins. Origins was fantastic.
I've heard.
Odyssey is pretty much similar to Origins. It's a lot. I don't know how to say it. It did seem like a bit grindier. I would say that. And I only played maybe like 2 or 3 hours.
Okay.
But it did feel like a little bit of a grind. And it is something I want to get back to. I just need to make time for it. But no, I definitely want to at least play Odyssey before Valhalla comes out. That's my goal for this year, at least.
My goal is to play the entire series before Valhalla, and I just...
You told me that 3 years ago.
Well, it's still a goal. At least I'm being consistent in keeping the goal, you know. I'm not saying, screw it. It's still a goal, Jason.
So you're going to play every single Assassin's Creed?
That's the goal.
At least on the main consoles. You don't have to do like PSP.
No, I would never. No, I'm not including those. Assassin's Creed 1, the trilogy that are part of 2, and then 3, 4, Origins, Odyssey.
The only one I can say you can probably skip. You don't need to play Unity.
Because it's more
like there was a story to Unity, and it wasn't that bad, but I didn't. To me, Unity wasn't all that great.
Yeah.
That one was more of a multiplayer assassin, but it had a single player portion of it. But yeah, it was pretty much after that. Then it kind of got in the right by with like there was Syndicate.
Yeah.
And then there was Origins and Odyssey.
Okay. Oh god.
Syndicate was very good. I enjoyed Syndicate.
What about
and
Rogue?
Then Origins changed like everything.
What about the Assassin's Creed Rogue?
Rogues, like, that's one I haven't gotten to, but I actually do want to play. That one I would say play. I actually heard good things about Rogue.
Well, I've got like
but I don't know much of it.
I've got like 10 games then to play, I think, here.
Give or take. Each one's probably about like 20 hours. Maybe the early ones are a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
But once you get into the later ones, again, maybe like 30, 40.
I think Odyssey's like crazy long. So.
Oh, Odyssey. Oh, yeah.
God. So Tyler and Bree have some other things here. When will you be revisiting your Neopets game content? Your Lupe is starving to death, and I may have to contact the SPCA to investigate the matters. I've been feeding him dung furniture, so he's fine. This is concerning. I'm going to organize a union for silverkyle employees. Don't give them any ideas, Bree. They're fine in the basement. Oh, those are dead long time ago.
Wow.
So, out of everything here, I just got to find a new battery and they'll be fine.
Yeah, just find an egg, they'll just wake up.
Yeah, exactly. Out of everything here, okay, so Bright Memory Infinite, that's an exclusive. Scorn's an exclusive. Ascent's an exclusive. Call of the Sea is an exclusive. Medium, Scarlet Nexus, and Second Extinction, those are all exclusives. Everything else is multi-plat. Which ones are you considering getting? Like, so which ones are you most interested in? And then I'll kind of go with that as well. Like, let's say if you had to have a top 3.
Top what?
Top 3.
Top 3. Okay. Well, before that, I do want to mention that they also have mentioned like they're gonna have the smart delivery stuff with Xbox.
Well, okay, yeah, no, I didn't pay attention to that.
Pretty much smart delivery is just saying that if you purchase it on the Xbox One,
That's
you can
what
play
it
it
was.
on the Series X for free.
Okay.
You don't have to buy it.
That's what smart delivery
They
was.
mentioned Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Call of the Sea, Chorus. So I guess Chorus is also going to be on one. Okay. A lot of these are going to be on the One and Series X.
Yeah.
So Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Call of the Sea, Chorus, Scarlet Nexus, Second Extinction, The Ascent, The Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and Yakuza Like a Dragon. That's all going to be smart delivery. So if you buy it on the Xbox One, you can get it for free for the Series X.
I love that idea. I really like that idea. To be able to, and I hope that it'll work for physical as well. That you just put the game in, and they're like, okay, we see that you got that game. We're going to give you the actual. We're going to let you download the actual Series X.
I feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like you're going to pop the game in. They're going to be like, okay, this is such and such game. We'll give you the Series X enhanced, updated, optimized version.
I feel like with all these games, because there's a few of them that I am interested in, but I feel like I need release dates to see if this would tempt me to get the Series X right now. Because like 7 games being exclusives, that's kind of cool.
Yes.
Like that's
good for them. They need more exclusives.
They do, and because
they've been pushing exclusives more, and they do have more exclusives that they're building on.
Yeah,
but I still feel like they need more. Like their big franchise ones, I feel like so far are still like Halo, Gears, and I suppose
Forza.
Yeah, Forza, like 2 shooters and a racing game. Like they do need more. Ori's or platformer.
Yes, and
yeah. Trying to think of other ones. It's not much to think of.
They did Sunset Overdrive, but they never did anything else after that.
They had a lot of first-party games that kind of just flopped.
Yeah,
like Sunset Overdrive flopped. Recore flopped.
Oh God, Recore! I forgot about that one. Yeah,
that was from the makers of Metroid Prime. I was so hyped for that game.
Yeah,
and it just wasn't what I expected.
Yeah.
So that's another one. I'm like, I still want to play it, but I'm like, I just can't put I just can't. I don't know. But yeah, they had a bunch. They've had Rise. So they had a bunch of games that just came out that were first-party games. They just flopped completely.
Yeah.
And one of the few that came out from this generation, I just remember, which was Ori, which was fantastic. I love that game. It's got get back to playing the second one again.
I got to beat the first. I got to play the first one. I still haven't played it, and I own it.
You gotta play Ori. You gotta play 10 Assassin's Creed games. You got a lot to play.
Don't remind me, Jason.
That's just those.
I beat Final Fantasy VII the remake. I'm happy right now. I'm very, very happy.
That's just the beginning of the game. You still got like the second part of the game still to play, or the next 2. I don't know. Never mind.
Like the sequels? Oh, yeah, but they're not out, so I'm okay for that right now.
So,
I was if they were out though. Oh my God, I would be on that like in 2 seconds. So okay, yeah. So or actually, let's just go through the entire list and which ones are you interested in? Not a top 3, just what you're actually considering getting.
Okay. I'm looking at the list now. But I would say Bright Memory Infinite would be on there. Scorn, Call of the Sea, possibly Call of the Sea. Well, yeah, Call of the Sea. Chorus, Medium, and then Assassin's Creed.
Okay, so we have a few similar things there. Bright for me. Chorus, I'm gonna have to see a little bit more of it, and I feel like I would get that cheap down the road kind of thing. Bright, I would possibly get day 1, depending. I feel that if we all got the Ascent, I would get that because I think that would be fun multiplayer wise.
Yeah.
Call of the Sea I'm interested in as well. Scarlet Nexus I am considering getting. Just because it's an exclusive for the Xbox and it's an anime game and I kind of want to support that. Second Extinction guaranteed I'm going to get. I think that's like my main thing that I want out of this entire list. And then Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and it'll stay on my shelf for the next 10 years as I'm beating the other Assassin's Creeds as I get to that point.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So isn't that a great
I
plan?
I will say once you get to like Syndicate, the storyline doesn't really matter too much. Can't go into too much detail, but
I've heard certain things. I won't get into them either, but yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
but anyway, but just saying, like, if you don't want to play all the earlier ones, like if you don't want to play the,
I have to play Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I know. Like I have to play Assassin's Creed 2 and Revelations and
like, you're gonna play the first one. I think you'll enjoy the story a bit, but you'll see how outdated the controls feel.
I mean, I recently, like last year, I think I was replaying the first one. I've beaten the first one, but I feel like I want to get back into. I don't know why I'm deciding to replay the first one.
So either replay the first one or just watch like a quick YouTube video story recap of it.
I should probably do that and just move
Just
on
do
to
that
the
and go
sequel.
straight to the second one.
Yeah, that's what
the
I should do.
second one is when like the gameplay changes, and I absolutely love the second one.
Yeah. Tyler asks, "Dear Video Games in Arcade, do you remember that show, Video Games in Arcade?" That might just be a Canadian show, so that.
I think it's a Canadian show. The only thing we really had here was like X Play.
Okay, this was Video Games in Arcade was like the late '90s, and it was a bunch of kids playing these like games, and whoever could beat a certain level of the fastest would get like a free game at the end of it. But it was never the game that they were playing. It was always like a lamer version of it. Anyway, I cannot afford a game for my N64. Could you please send me a copy of Jet Moto 64 or Tickets to Medieval Times? And then people would always send in letters like that, and they'll be like, you know what? We can't send you that game, but we can send you this game instead. And it's like,
really do want to go to Medieval Times again, though. I'm not gonna lie. I thought about going there this year, or even late last year. I never went. There's Medieval Times right down the road from where I live. I'm like, I kind of just want to go.
I think it'll be a while before you can do that again.
Well, I know, but I gotta cheer for my knights. See which one wins. I gotta see if my knight actually wins this time.
Is the food good?
I mean, no, but
No, not even. It's not like actually.
the food's okay.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have any silverwares. Like you just give you like, well, I remember having it's just like they just give you like a chicken.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's your chicken to eat it, but you just gotta like rip it apart with your bare hands and everything like that.
That's
It
medieval
was
times,
fun,
man.
Like, I enjoyed the experience. Like the
Yeah.
experience itself, I think made me enjoy the food more.
Yeah, yeah, that would make sense.
But yeah, no, it was totally fun. Yeah, I want to go back to medieval times now.
Damn, Tyler, taking over this damn stream.
I thought you said Jet Force Gemini for a second. I don't know why.
I don't think that there was a Jet Moto on 64. I think that's all PlayStation 1 games. I think Jet Moto was PlayStation 1, and what he's thinking of is maybe Wave Race 64. So I'm sorry, Tyler, but we tried to get Jet Moto 64, but because it doesn't exist, we can't send it to you. So
I'll take Jet Force Gemini, though.
Which one are you looking forward to the most out of all these games? Don't pick Assassin's Creed because that's just a cheat. Like, go for something new.
Like, even for myself on Assassin's Creed, I seem disappointed initially. So far, I seem disappointed just because it didn't show gameplay.
Yeah,
that's all I get disappointment once I see like actual like live time, like just playing, I can decide.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm not gonna bring that one up. I would say Course, I feel like I'm really into.
Damn.
Could be something I'm really into.
Yeah.
I want to say Scorn, but they didn't show enough.
Yeah.
Like the CGI, I need gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Medium, possibly. Medium would probably be on there. And I guess Bright. What was it? Bright
Memory.
Bright Memory
Infinite.
Bright Memory Infinite. That seems like something. I would say I guess those three.
Okay. I think mine would be Second Extinction, definitely first. Bright Memory would be second, and God, Scarlet Nexus. I don't know. I like Bandai Namco, right? Like that I felt very at home with that, even though the monsters looked absolutely ridiculous. I think that like they had so many chances to make it like a comedy, like a spoof with that, but
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they do. Maybe what we saw, they just didn't go into the times when they were making fun of how ridiculous this is. But yeah, Scarlet Nexus looks like it could be fun, but we'll see. I'm really hoping that we get dates for all of these games, though. I really want to know what's coming out. Like if this is like if these are all games that are coming out in 2021 in the fall of 2021, like a year and a half from now, I'm going to lose so much interest in them. If they're
I
in,
feel like half of these are come out during the holiday, and the other half they're gonna come out by like February, March,
if that's the case of
maybe even during the summer.
okay, so launch window wouldn't be too bad if everything's out by the fall and then until like March. I think that would keep my excitement going for these games. But if I feel like they have to come out soon for you to be like wanting them.
Yeah, the only ones I know for sure they mentioned launch would be Assassin's Creed Valhalla would be launch.
Yeah, makes sense.
Medium and Scorn would be launch.
Yeah.
And then after that, I don't know what else they mentioned. I guess Dirt 5 would be launch.
I think Call of the
And 21.
Yeah. I think Call of the Sea did say it's coming out holiday 2020, so I assume that would be launch probably for that. I think that's the only one. I really hope that Second Extinction. Did they say 2021 for Bright Memory and Second Extinction?
I believe Brain Memory. I don't think I remember anything with Second Extinction.
Bright Memory Infinite release date. They're not going to actually have a release date, but hopefully they say 2029. Bright Memory came out on apparently they came. It's a first-person shooter hack and slash game. I think the beta came out in 2019 maybe. And a full-length game titled Bright Memory Infinite planning release on I don't know. They don't have a release date for that.
Okay.
And what was the other one that I wanted? Second Extinction.
I guess Yakuza would be.
I think so, because I think that came out on PS4, so I would could see that. Nothing for a release date.
And I figured Vampire would, the Masquerade.
Yes, because I think that's coming out this summer for Xbox One and what's it called?
PS4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Did you see the huge list of companies that they said they were making games for them?
Yeah, like they kind of went like this, and they showed like a good amount, and then they went like, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, just looking at them now. Amazon Games is on here. I just realized that it's Amazon. Notable ones I'm seeing. I'm just looking through the list real quick. Activision, Blizzard, 2K, Bungie, Capcom, Bandai Namco, Bethesda, EA, Epic. Oh, Epic. Trying to see if any of them like jump out to me or like, oh wow, that's new, but nothing that I can really see at the moment. But yeah, I mean, they have a whole list of companies making stuff for Xbox, so
which I totally see. Like that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on? So I'm pretty much done talking about this, but what's your thoughts on the Summer Game Fest replacing E3 and kind of like, still giving us kind of an E3 just spanned out in the next few months?
I was gonna say I still gotta look more into that, but I would say I'm excited for it. It's definitely at least something.
Yeah.
Rather than just not having an E3. And even then, E3 hasn't really been all that great the last couple of years. Anyway,
it's really gone down. I feel
a lot.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm excited to see what it's like. Maybe this could actually take over E3. Like I feel like it's gonna be a couple of years from now. E3 is gonna be done.
Yeah, it's slowly
getting
to that point.
E3 is gonna go away. They're gonna stick doing digital content, or they're gonna just get spread out at different type of conventions and events.
Yeah.
So I think at some point E3 is just gonna go away, it had its run. It was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love that in person interactions and seeing the live crowds interact and stuff like that, and just like cheering yourself. Like that part was great.
And it's just a crazy 1 week of hype. Like it's all there, and you're just like freaking out. Like it's I'm gonna miss that of having that 1 week to just look forward to.
I
But
do too. Now it's kind of just like live streams and videos and stuff like that, which I'm like, it's cool.
like
I like that too.
this is the first thing of the Summer Game Fest, and you know we're starting it off, and it's like, well, that was okay, but we're not like, oh my god, like we need to talk about like how crazy that event just was. I think that we might get that with Nintendo Direct, hopefully. Are you laughing at what my brother wrote?
Oh no, I didn't even
Okay.
look.
Just don't.
I didn't even have that opened up.
I would refrain from that. Oh god, yeah, yeah. And Bobcat Gaming with eBay. Anyway, um, what was I gonna say? The one nice thing about the Summer Game Fest though is that I think that it'll give much smaller developers a chance to shine because they won't be overshadowed by all the big ones, right? And they'll have like maybe an entire week to themselves of they were the only big news, you know. So I'm hoping that that kind of highlights them a little bit more and gives them a chance.
Yeah, I feel like you'll definitely see a lot of the smaller developers rising from this.
Yeah.
Like the bigger developers, you're gonna see the slight drop, but they're still gonna be there. It's just gonna be sad once I feel like eventually it does go away. Like you're gonna miss like moments like what we have last year, like the whole Keanu Reeves thing, being like, was it you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. But with like him doing that, or Ubisoft's embarrassing conferences every single year, like, you're not gonna have those moments anymore.
Yeah. Everybody hating on
Ubisoft's turning us off. It's gonna be Just Dance 2015 this time. It's 16, 17. It's like every single year.
At least we'll never have to go through like the Nintendo's 2010 E3 where they had the guy come out playing
the Wii music.
Oh god,
that was our worst E3 of all time.
That was so awkward.
Yeah, but you're not gonna have those awesome moments anymore. That's the part I'm gonna miss the most.
Oh, I think I can live without that. That was just oh man, that was bad. That was so awkward. But yeah, no, E3. I'm sad that it's gone, but at least we're replacing it with something now. It's weird though that Nintendo's not part of it right now with the Summer Game Fest. They're it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, with them, I guess they're just doing their own thing. They don't have anything to worry about. It's working for them.
Yeah,
I do need this, I guess. But
we haven't had an actual direct in how long now? I think Kevin was saying that there's a counter of it. When was the last proper Nintendo Direct? And it's like 280 days or something like that. Last proper Nintendo Direct.
I don't know if they mentioned if they're gonna have another one anytime soon.
It has been over 200 days since the last proper Nintendo Direct aired. That's crazy that there's a counter for that. I can just Google it and people are like, "This is what we're at." Like
over 3 months. I still feel like we're gonna be like another 2 months away from another one.
No,
I think 1 month.
I think that in June because I feel that they were going to do something for E3, right? So I think that that's when they'll do it. But that's why they should be part of Summer Game Fest because they can kind of get a schedule of when everything's coming out and kind of work their way into that when they can just have their own week. Because I'm sure that they don't
have like so many games that they've already announced within the last 2-3 years that are just like they're just ready, like you just announce it. Like you got like another Zelda already getting made. Probably for a while, it seems like, because they had all that from last year alone.
Yeah.
You got
Metroid Prime 4, but they restarted that.
I'm like, for the love of God.
What?
Yeah, they had to restart the whole thing from start. Yeah, scrap the whole thing and restart the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got Metroid Prime, you got Bayonetta 3. There's definitely more. I'm just not thinking of it at the moment, but off the top of my head, like you got like 3 big games like that already coming out.
Pikmin 4, they've said like they had started working on that as soon as Pikmin 3 was done. So I feel that they're just kind of waiting on it as well.
Yeah.
And there's we haven't had a new Donkey Kong in a long time. There's the rumors of all the Mario games. I just want to see what the hell Nintendo's working on. Like we have nothing after Xenoblade Chronicles, the definitive edition. We don't have anything for summer and the fall. Like
I'm excited for Xenoblade, but at the same time, I also know I have to hold out because I still have to play even Xenoblade Chronicles 2,
well,
which I feel like I'm just so far behind my backlog.
it'll be another Witcher 3 for you, and then you'll tell us all that we should play it, and we won't for like another decade.
Yeah. Then they'll release the Xenoblade Chronicles anime.
Yeah.
We'll be watching that on Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. Have you seen, unrelated to all of this, but speaking of Netflix, have you seen Steve Carell's new show that he's going to be making? That looks hilarious. I'm
looking forward to watching that. I'm watching that the day it comes out.
Yeah, same. And I also like that John Malkovich is in it because I think that he'll do a really good job too to add to that seriousness but comedy at the same time.
Yeah, Space Force looks good.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's what I hoped for. I'm like, yeah, this looks like it's gonna be funny.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's very Steve Carell. Like if you like Carell's humor, it's
from the writers of The Office, and it stars Steve Carell. So
yes,
I'm like, you can't go wrong there.
I feel the same way. So I'm looking forward to that.
Or is already seeing everyone online saying like Toby's gonna be the president or something. If you know Office, but yeah.
Oh no, I don't. I've seen like a few episodes here and there. So
okay, never mind then.
Yeah,
you don't get the joke.
I don't. I'm sorry. That's another show that I should probably watch. That's on the back burner. I think it's on Netflix too.
No, that's like, why aren't you watching it already?
Because I'm working on the Assassin's Creed series, Jason.
Taking care of like your employees and stuff like that too.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. You got it.
Yeah, get on that. You're on Corona. Watch all of The Office.
No,
give it a couple episodes, and then you'll start really, really liking it.
I have seen a few episodes, and I was liking it. It's just that I got busy with a bunch of Final Fantasy VII, Animal Crossing. Like there's quite a few things that are out, and I'm even though I'm working from home, this has been like the craziest week ever in terms of work. I have absolutely despised this week. I've never felt so holy crap, just slow down, like the things that they're making us do. But
man.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm looking forward to going back to the office because then all of this stuff will calm down. Like, and because it's just crazy how busy it is. And at the beginning it was so lax, and then it just kind of like.
It's like, you know what? You're just working now.
Yeah. And I don't like that anymore. I liked being home before. Now I don't. This is my workspace right here, and like being here.
It's like too much.
Yeah. Exactly. Either that or evening shifts slow down a lot, so I think the evening shifts are a little bit better. But yeah, well, man, it's been nuts. So that's this was fun. It was fun having you back. And then now we got to get Kevin's, and I'll have all three of us. And next time I think we should talk about games that we've been playing in the last little while, because that's always fun to do. And then we could talk about whatever else is. Hopefully, there's another event that we can talk about for next week. I have no idea. I have no idea what the schedule is for Summer Game Fest. Have they announced? I don't think that they've announced anything for that.
I haven't looked at any of it yet. I gotta look into that.
Oh, I'm gonna see if there is a schedule.
Let's see.
Okay, Inside Xbox on May 7th. Sunrise number 1 on May 12th, which is join Jeff Keighley for a surprise game reveal. Okay.
Image looks like no more. I was about to say No More Heroes. No Man's Sky.
You think?
But it's definitely not. But
so
what do we got for June though? June 9th, you have the Steam Game Festival.
That could be cool. Play demos.
Provided like Steam sales and stuff like that during that.
Yeah, I could see that. EA Play on June 11th.
Cyberpunk 2077 reveal. More gameplay, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then EA Play, yeah. So probably see more Madden there. So yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Some
And then really nothing else. I mean,
well,
at the moment,
July,
Tenno in
July
July.
and August has a few things. July has TennoCon on July
Yeah,
11th, so the Warframe game, I guess, and then Xbox 20 and also in July, which will be the first party games that you were talking about there. So I'm looking forward to that. I feel like it'll be Halo Infinite and Forza, and they'll be like, get the Xbox Series X.
yeah.
Hey, Infinite might not even be coming out this year now.
Really.
If they don't have Halo for launch, I can't see myself getting it. And oh, that's okay. One last question is, what are you now? We haven't seen anything for PS5 yet, but which one are you leaning more towards at the moment between the Series X and PS5?
Series X.
Going the Xbox route. You just like
At the moment. Yeah, just at the moment. I haven't touched my PS4. It's been about a year now.
Final Fantasy
Last
VII.
my PS4, but the only game I played last year was Spider-Man,
Spider-Man was fantastic, to be fair.
which it was fantastic, and I still have a whole backlog. I can look up there. I'm like, let's see what games I still gotta play. I still gotta play Uncharted 4.
Me too.
I still gotta play the new God of War,
Me too.
Detroit.
Me too. I don't have that game though, but
There's other ones up there. There was The Order.
Did you?
1886. They came out like launch, and I got it, and I just can't bring myself to play it.
Is that multiplayer? Because if it is, we could play that.
No,
game
it's just
together.
a straight up like 4-hour single player game. I just can't bring myself to play it.
Do you have Persona 5?
No, but I'm scared to get it.
In what sense?
In the sense of I'll be playing it all summer.
That's a good thing. What about New Horizon or whatever it's called? Horizon Zero Dawn?
That's another one.
Do you have that one?
Because I literally just finished Shadow of the Tomb Raider yesterday. I know that's a similar type of game to it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of trying to watch my third party, well, not third party games, but similar genres to that, like third person, like adventure, platformer, shooting type of games.
Do you own?
It's similar, but it's not similar at the same time.
Do you
Sorry to
own
distract.
Horizon?
Oh yeah, no, I have. I got it. God, 3 years ago, I think I want to say I got it, and I played maybe the first hour and a half, and then I stopped.
Why do we do this? Why do we buy games and then we just like leave them there?
I redeemed myself. I felt like this week at least with Tomb Raider, because I got me and my brother got Shadow of the Tomb Raider at launch when it came out in 2018. I played it, and then I stopped, and I'm like, I'll get back to it later. And then 2 years later, finally, I'm just like, no, fuck it, I'm just playing it. And I just sat down. Took me a week, but I eventually did beat it.
It's always a good feeling when you beat a game, especially from your backlog. Any game that you beat feels good. Final Fantasy VII, the remake, the total dude, like, to me, that's why I'm leaning towards the PS5. Just because the other thing too is that there's so many more exclusives that I want on the PS5, and if I can only pick up one system at the time, I think I would lean towards the PS. My goal, if Halo is out for Series X, and PS5 has some kind of good exclusive, I think I will get both systems at the same time. But Xbox will become my exclusive console, which has never happened before.
At the moment, I feel like I want to get both at some point.
Yeah.
I feel like I am gonna get the Xbox first.
Yeah.
But I'm still not gonna get it at launch. I'm still gonna wait.
And
because I still feel like a lot of those games, as they've shown, are still out for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
If it's coming off the Xbox One, I can still play it on my Xbox One, and then I can just get the Series X versions for free later on anyway. I might as well just stick with my Xbox One just for a little bit.
Do you think that the Xbox or the Series X is going to be your multi-platform console?
Yes.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah, I still feel like it's gonna be a multi-platform console. I still feel like it's gonna be the console I probably will play the most next to my Switch.
I'm my goal before the console reveals is to get you and Kevin to convince both of you to come along with me on the Sony journey as a multi-platform. That is going to be my goal.
That's gonna be hard.
I'll play The Witcher 3.
My problem is also as well as like my brother is like purely Xbox as well.
Oh, that's
So
true.
me and my brother, we share our multi-platform games.
Right.
We do.
Right.
Yeah.
Crap.
We buy it digitally.
Yeah.
So whenever he gets a digital game, I automatically own it, and when I buy it, he automatically owns it too. So we share our games.
Crap.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is you're going to give me your brother's contact information, and I'm going to convince him to go PS5.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
He's never owned this PlayStation in his life.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Yeah. Let's see about that. But I'm sure he probably has interest. But I'm sure he's also at the same time like, he doesn't want to play it now. Like he just has other things that's on his plate, and he just wants to have one system.
It makes things a lot easier, right? Yeah. That makes sense. So, crap. Hopefully.
Plus, I do like having the option to be like, I can play on my Xbox Series X, and if I want to play on my PC, I can also do that as well.
What I'm hoping that they do then is that they make what's it called? A lot more games multi-platform. Like they did it with COD, and I'm hoping that they kind of follow that trend and make more games like that. Like I think Minecraft is Switch and Xbox. Is PS4 included in that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I remember at least being Xbox and Switch.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if PlayStation ever got with it. I think they might have with Rocket League. I'm not sure if they ever did with Minecraft.
Yeah. Oh man, I hope that they start really doing that, because then it just makes things so much funner and it makes things so much easier. Because we're gonna chat on Discord anyway, right? Like we're probably not gonna every time that we play a game.
Nintendo is like, do I want them to have a party chat feature? Absolutely. They do with your phone. It's not really the same.
No. It's better to use Discord at that
point. It's just like people can just like, even if they wanted to, they can just like grab their computer, load up Discord, and just chat on there, which could be a lot easier than having their own first party chat thing. Yeah. Xbox, I feel like theirs is perfect.
Yeah.
Or nearly perfect.
Yeah.
If all systems have their similar like that, fantastic.
Xbox nailed it on the original Xbox. Like it's crazy how Nintendo can't just, Xbox nails it in like 2003 or something like that. And
they're still far from perfect, but I would say they still they do it right. And it's just like you want stuff like Nintendo to catch up with it and all, but Nintendo it's just not quite there yet. They're getting there. They finally get to 1080p. You just gotta keep pushing. We'll get the Switch remaster very soon, and
Switch
2. It'll probably at least support 2K resolution. Sorry,
I don't know about that. That's pushing it there, Jason.
One can hope.
Maybe party chat for like one game.
Well, I know there's one game that actually does support party. What game?
Yeah, I've heard of that too, and I don't remember which game does. Fortnite? Is it Fortnite?
I think it was Fortnite. Is it like Fortnite or Overwatch, maybe?
Maybe something. Yeah, it's basically.
I think it was Fortnite. Though,
it's up to the games to themselves if they want to do that, and which I think that's freaking. I wish that more developers decided to go that route, but I just wish Nintendo decided to support it. They're stupid. Yeah. Let's not rant about Nintendo. I like Nintendo. Just they got to get with the times. Oh man,
a decade now.
What?
So I feel like we've been saying that for like a decade now. They gotta get the times.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they finally get there, and then they're still like 3 steps behind. Like you're getting there. It's just that you kind of took a little too long to get there.
It'll be 2030. We'll still be talking about that, and they're gonna have like artificial intelligence made, and we're still gonna be talking about like Nintendo getting with times. You know.
Nintendo finally got the ray tracing.
God, that's horrible. All right, well, I'm good to end this. Did you want to add anything?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
That'll work. Yes. Well, I don't think you can pull off a beardage there. That's more like baby face.
6 o'clock shadow.
6 o'clock shadow. There we go. That's good enough.
It's not even that yet.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a hint.
It'll come back eventually.
Yeah. Give it 3 days and you'll be back to normal. So thank you very much for joining me, Jason. This was awesome. We're gonna have to definitely get Kevin here, and potentially this weekend. I think we should play Minecraft because I just really want to play Minecraft with you guys.
Did I come out this week?
Pardon me?
Oh, regular Minecraft. Okay.
Regular Minecraft. Yeah.
Minecraft Dungeons. I was like, did that come out already?
No, that's coming out in June, I think, or at the end of May. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember.
That's what I thought. I'm like, did that already come out?
But it's coming out with, I think, is it Game Pass that's getting it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I definitely want to try that out because I'll still have Game Pass by that point. I have not used Game Pass at all. I got it for the $1 deal that they had last summer, and
I've been using it constantly lately.
Yeah.
There's games on there. I'm just like, I just want to play them.
Yeah.
I'm like all on like the Wolfenstein train. Like today, I'm like, I gotta get this done before it like goes off because I don't want to end up like finding out like I have to spend like $20 and getting it eventually anyway.
It's crazy how affordable it would be to buy just the Xbox One and then just not get any games at all and just download all the things that come for free, on Game Pass. Like, well, you're still paying for the subscription, I guess, but like for $10 a month and you could play literally like every game that's on there, and the amount of games that they have on there is crazy. And then you get the games with gold too that you would always have as well. So you're constantly getting like a flow of games. It's fantastic. It is. It really is. Like if you want to go the digital route, like you can't argue with that.
It's pretty much just like if you can't afford buying every single game right away, you can just do Game Pass, and at least you have some type of games you can play.
Yeah, and there's at least some games in there that you would be interested in if you haven't played any next
one.
Like
if I was younger and I had that option, I'd be playing so many games.
Oh yeah. Like as a kid or teenager, like I'd be going crazy
with it. I'm like, look at all these games. I got like over 100 games I can play. Which one I want to play? I'd be like, I don't want to play any of them. I want to play this one. I want to buy this one. I'm like, well, no, you got Game Pass deal with it.
Yeah. All right, that's a good way to end it. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for joining me, Jason.
Thank you.